Alrighty, everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to another CYPRX video banger. In today's video, we're going to be getting into utility-driven assets, DeFi, how you all could be earning passive income on your digital assets now, this fear-based mindset that is completely taking over the masses in crypto as we speak, how toxic that truly is. But before we even get into today's video breakdown, I ask that if you enjoy this breakdown towards the end, you smash that thumbs up button, you subscribe. Let's set the tone before we jump into all the tabs that I have for you all today and the things and the information that I have to go over with these panel discussionists telling you all straight to your faces that financial institutions are for a fact interested in DeFi. This space is not going anywhere, and we are in the midst of a massive digital evolution. Take a second and listen.
What would be that number 2 use case, and what you feel like the portfolio of Pantera probably has tried to target, second to that store value macro?
Yeah, I think, well, one thing we've really focused on is DeFi. Decentralized finance makes a lot of sense to us because that's really where it doesn't require frequency, throughput to the degree that exchange, transactions do, retail transactions do. And, lending, borrowing, doing everything that banks do. Mm-hmm. But in a much more distributed way makes so much sense to us.
There's a number of things in there. We're going through an evolution, and that evolution is this: how do we start to use these new digital technologies and blockchain to, first of all, provide a more efficient structure for traditional finance? And institutional investors have started that process. So
you sort of mentioned, which I have a slightly different take on, which is, I think you said, large institutions don't like the technology that's being built. I would disagree. I think that large institutions are very enamored by the technology, and I think that there are a lot of very strong characteristics about it. There's something about a public blockchain that is ever persistent, highly redundant, always available, where you can, at any point in time through a DeFi pool, get a price for some asset. That's very interesting.
That's not coming from me. That's coming from individual representatives of Pantera Capital, of large financial institutions and organizations. So again, take that into consideration that the vast amount of individuals out there involved in crypto right now are not watching these panel discussions because the video clips that I just showed you have 70 views, 50 views. Nobody's paying attention to this information. So we're going to start here. I mentioned to you all in this video breakdown, you have to be able to open your mind and wake up. If you hold utility, it is time to pay attention to detail. Now, what you're going to come across is comments like this one, where individuals go on to say that they will not be lending or staking anything and risk losing everything. They're not going to risk their X assets for micro pennies, which just shows me the lack of education on their behalf. Now is not the time to play the fear-based mindset, people. If you think that DeFi is a scam, you have not done enough research. You have not embedded yourself into the digital asset space, the ecosystem in which you already operate in by holding these digital assets to enlighten yourself on the possibilities. And that is wrongdoing on your own behalf. Why hold digital assets and not know what they are fully capable of? I get it. Some people don't want to lend out their assets. Cool, to each his own, but that is where diversification comes into play. Not having all your eggs in one basket, building a long-term portfolio while at the same time building a DeFi passive income business portfolio, right? Understanding that your digital assets, the blue chips that you're currently holding now, could be earning you passive income. And I'm going to show you that in today's video breakdown, how these organizations are literally attempting to tell you all this without directly telling you all this. So for example, I mentioned to you on the X space. Actually, you know what? Before we even get into that, let's just back up because I want my followers to really truly understand. Okay, let's go back to this gentleman's post. And I had this PDF pulled up for you all that we had displayed to our private CYPRX community members who are all enlightened, who are all open-minded, and who are right now in the moment making passive income through DeFi investing because of the information that we put out in the private CYPRX Discord. Now, don't forget that we are going to be dropping our DeFi University in the next couple of weeks. So make sure that you're following us on X and following us on YouTube to stay informed on when we are dropping that university. But we shared this with the CYPRX private community, the toxicity of fear-based mindsets and investing and entrepreneurship. First of all, having a fear-based mindset hinders growth potential. Second, it stifles creative innovation. Third, it encourages short-term thinking. We are not playing this investing game in the digital asset space for short-term quick gains, okay? And then it disallows you to embrace a growth mindset. It stops you, it hinders you from embracing a growth mindset, from changing with the tides. All right. So keep that in mind. These are the type of individuals that you do not want in your team, that you do not want in your circle, that you want to avoid at all costs. Individuals that take advantage of the education, of the information in the now, and expand their wealth, expand their knowledge, will thrive. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I mentioned you could be earning 60 to 200% APR using your assets right now, your blue chip assets that you hold, to work for you, making steady passive income while you wait for the next bull market cycle on blue chip assets like Velo, H4, Quant, right? The list goes on. This is not a get rich quick scheme. The DeFi opportunity right now, as it stands, the market itself in DeFi is roughly about $89 billion. And it's set to grow over $336 billion by 2030. That I'm going to show you all in today's video. But the mindset of the masses, and again, you can go on to Hedera's website where they talk about this. They talk about how the Hedera network is among the most secure distributed ledger technologies and is capable of lightning fast transaction finality. How there is a collection of tools that are built on the Hedera network that enable traditional finance organizations to incorporate DeFi concepts into their organizations. This is coming directly from the Hedera website. Again, lack of education amongst the retail masses that are involved in crypto right now is sad. It's sad. What do I mean? Let's check this out. Let's just go look at Velo, since that's the #1 on our list, okay? Right here, where I mentioned 60 to 200% APR in the now. The vast majority of retail investors are doing this. This is what people are getting led to believe is the road to riches. Look at these price targets. If you just go and you type in Velo search engine on X Space, you'll get a whole bunch of bullish fundamentals, a whole bunch of bullish price analytics, people hoping for 7,200% returns or $1.65 on Velo, a 72x, right? But what are you going to do in the now? What are you going to do in the meantime? All these bullish riddlers are attempting to tell you guys price action is going to come in for what are you going to do, right? Well, look at this. If you head over straight to the Velo X profile, all right, shout out to the CYPRX researchers in the Discord. We were talking about this yesterday in the DeFi chat, right? Here's some pictures from inside the CYPRX Discord. If you go over to the Velo, look at the private meeting that they just had and look at what they were discussing and talking about. So here's their private meeting. Keep in mind, devil's in the details. Look at what they tell you. Keep learning and keep growing. It's not coming from me. That's coming from these organizations. Look at what they were talking about. They're literally talking about yield farming. This lady's computer right here has the Velo Finance website pulled up on her computer, and everybody's sitting here looking at the screen, talking about yield farming. If you go over to Velo Finance right now, in the moment, you could be earning 40% APR on your Velo by lending out your Velo as liquidity. Velo, USDV, you could be earning 184% APR. And the list goes on. The opportunities are endless. All right. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that this is for everybody, because it's not. But if you're proactive, if you're into diversification, you're into assessing your risk properly, you can educate yourself properly on how to build a DeFi portfolio outside of your long-term bags. This is a great option for you if you're interested in earning in the now and not just waiting around for these bullish Moonboy hopium targets to come into fruition. Guarantee you the people that take action on their Velo bags and earn while they sleep, while they're waiting for these bullish Moonboy price action targets, will be a lot farther ahead than people that do not. You're already putting yourself at risk by involving yourself in this unregulated environment, involving yourself in crypto in the now anyways. So to sit there and play that what if game, again, learn diversification strategies, learn how to assess proper dexes to get involved with by understanding TVL, understanding trading fees, understanding how to look at an audit, right? There's ways to mitigate risk in this digital asset landscape, okay? Again, avoid people like this and educate yourself properly. Now, you can click through the website, and the website itself literally teaches you all how to go about doing this. The website in depth tells you how to participate in Velo Finance. It tells you the key features. It tells you the overview. Velo Finance is a decentralized DEX that allows digital assets to be traded automatically and permissionlessly by using liquidity pools instead of traditional markets of buyers and sellers. It goes on to talk about how you can earn After providing liquidity in the pool, users get an extra reward by using yield farming. And what were they talking about right on their X profile without blatantly telling you guys to your face? They were talking about this platform. Okay? You cannot make this stuff up. This is what the elites don't want you to know, that you can be your own bank. You can be your own bank right now by owning these blue chip assets and putting them to work. Now, I'm not sitting there saying to take out all of your long-term holdings and go put them into liquidity pools. No, again, that's where diversification comes into play. That's where understanding risk management comes into play. Okay? But could you start to build a DeFi portfolio if you wanted to? Absolutely. What's holding you back? Most likely, lack of education, fear-based mindset, right? We don't want that in this new evolution of these digital technologies. We don't want that mindset that's going to hold us back. So hopefully you all are tapped in. Hopefully this video breakdown, starting off with the panel discussions from large financial institutions with many more credentials than these individuals here, telling you all that they are interested in DeFi, that this space is only going to scale. Hopefully this video breakdown showed you the light. It's always love and light here at CYPRX, always attempting to provide you guys with education. Here's a Fortune Business Insight where they go on to talk about the DeFi ecosystem possibly scaling to $337 billion by 2030. It's currently sitting at $89 billion, ladies and gentlemen. The upside potential is massive, and in my personal opinion, this is a low ball. Last but not least, here's another article going on to talk about how institutions are turning to DeFi for its potential to provide deep liquidity, diverse assets, and innovation interactions not available in traditional finance. How institutions are increasingly recognizing the opportunities DeFi presents and are seeking to navigate their way into this new landscape. Yes, it's going to take regulations. Yes, it's going to take mass adoption. But guess what? When these financial institutions onboard into this space, these digital assets that I mentioned to you all, right, that you could be earning on now, are not going to be pennies on the dollar. Why not put them to work now by educating yourself on the possibilities of DeFi to earn more of them, to stack bigger bags of them, right? It only makes sense. And the people that get it, you all will tap in. Don't forget, again, that we are dropping the DeFi University, the Wealth 28 Club within the next week and a half. Make sure that you stay tuned. Follow us on the X Space. Follow us on YouTube if you're interested in learning how to yield farm, how to provide liquidity, how we here at CYPRX are earning passive income in the now. Myself and other mentors in CYPRX earning over $1,000 per week. Other individuals in the CYPRX community right now earning $40 a day, $5 a day, so on and so forth. We're going to be pumping out all that information, Zoom calls, educational content, video recordings, breakdowns, PDFs, tools, guides, all that stuff in the coming weeks ahead. Many blessings to you guys. Be cognizant, be aware out there. I cannot stress enough that now is the time to inform yourselves. Now is the age of information, right? Having this fear-based mindset will only put you a step behind the individuals that are willing to take advantage of opportunities in the now. As always, many blessings to you guys, and I will see you all in the next video breakdown.